Hello and good morning! Welcome back. If you're new here, I am Leesh and you're living with me. I'm doing a little bit of a body update video this week, but first I wanted to ask you a question. Are you heading back to the gym like me? For the past 3 weeks, I have been weights training again, and I have been noticing weightlifting and the result on the scale. I wanted to let you know if you're noticing a little spike and a peak, or you're going up in your weight loss transformation journey, you are not alone if you're headed back to the gym. Before we get into this video, I do ask if you are new here and you're watching these videos every week to hit the little subscribe button in the corner, and also like this video if you like body updates, if you like going on this transformation journey with me. It's awesome to see which videos that you do prefer. I'm trying to get into a rhythm and a swing of things, but I think it's really cool to see what you guys like as well. So do leave comments, do like videos. It all counts and makes a huge difference for small YouTubers, so thank you. And without further ado, I wanted to bring you to June 2020. It is my body update. So I'm really excited to bring this video to you this month. Now more than ever, if you're going back to the gym and you're starting to lift weights, or you're even just picking up your exercise and doing a little bit more than you usually would, to not freak out about the number that you see on the scales. I wanted to start this video before I get into my results personally and some reasons the scales go up, and also giving you some tips and guidance with regards to weight loss and your journey. I just really wanted to take a step back and look at my current situation, I guess, and some of the people who have been asking me about it or going on this journey with me. I wanted to touch on the things that were important to me this month, or things that specifically stood out to me. So firstly, obviously, I wanted to address the fact that I'm going back to the gym, which is super exciting. Gym's been back for almost a month now, and from quarantine periods, I just couldn't get into the gym at home. I just felt like my home was a space where I wanted to be at home. And for me, even though I had tried to do some weights and keep that muscle activation going whilst at home during the quarantine period, I just couldn't do it. And I feel like so many of the people and the members of the gym that I speak with now are definitely in the same boat. So although there were all these home workouts available to us and all these body weight exercises we could do without weights, it just wasn't appealing, because environment means everything on our journey. And some people just can't break that barrier of this is home, this is gym, this is work. So I totally can relate to that. So don't feel bad if you're just going back now. Having said that, when I got back the first session that I did in the gym, I was down to body weight. I was going in under the assumption that I would be able to lift weight like I did before. For me personally, my gym had closed for renovations before quarantine, so I hadn't been to the gym for like 5 months. That's not to say I wasn't active, I was still stepping, and you can also see that in my previous videos. But yeah, there's just nothing like that muscle activation to remind you that progress is definitely a thing, and you can see it periodically over time if you keep committing to it. It is so hard to get back into the gym and to let the ego stay at the door and to push through and do all your weights, not like you usually would, but maybe with body weight exercises, which is so weird because you think to yourself, I'm at the gym doing body weight exercises. Why am I doing this? So stupid. But no, it's important. It's so important to just go and to feel yourself again, to get back into that routine. I think it's like week 4 now, and I'm finally like, I'm squatting 20 kilos. When I went in, I was doing body weights. So it's really important to, I guess, understand and recognize that, you know, we all start from somewhere, and we have this non-linear transformation journey, and everyone's going to look different, and that's exciting. Like, it's so good that everything is not the same every day, right? So having said that, the first couple of weeks I had experienced really bad DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. For anyone who hasn't been going to the gym, or someone who's new to the gym and you're wondering why your muscles feel like lead balloons, that's what we call delayed onset muscle soreness, which is what we get from activating our muscles in a way that hasn't been activated for a while or before. So What's new from my last video? So the last video that I shared with you guys, I was only doing steps and very few and infrequent steps. And now I'm doing less steps than I was before and upping the weights lifting. So what I'm finding is my cardio is going down, my weightlifting is increasing, and my weight is going up. So I haven't actually looked at the comparison videos yet, or the images of what I looked like when I started this transformation journey on YouTube and what I look like now. But just for perspective and for currently, should I be sharing this with current YouTube audience, I'm at the same weight that I was when I started this. And that could freak you out if you're someone if you're not of the mindset or you haven't been exposed to weight loss transformation or lifting in the gym, this could freak you out. But I'm here to say, like I said at the beginning, weight on the scale is just one data set. There is so much more going on behind the scenes when you step on those scales. And I've spoken about it in my last video before. One of the many things that can cause weight gain on the scales, particularly for those experiencing delayed onset muscle soreness or going back to weight lifting in the gym after a long period of time off, and that is that your muscles are retaining water. They have been ripped apart and they're put back together, and when they do, they're soaking up all the nutrients that they possibly can from your body and holding on to it for dear life. Because like anything, if you were going to starve to death, the second you get that bit of food in your system, you're just gonna hold on to it. Your whole body's gonna be like, I'm gonna savor this. So because you haven't been using those muscle groups for such a long time, they're gonna be like, oh my God, I'm just gonna hold on to every little nutrient whilst I repair myself because I'm so confused and I don't know what to do except hold water. This is a non-scientific background to why you are seeing weight gain on the scales, but I have good news, and that is with the weight gain of muscle, the more metabolism your body will have it. And that's another thing that I wanted to talk about. Also, my experience is my hunger levels are through the roof. Like I'm talking, I go to the gym for 45 minutes and then before I know it, I'm home. Probably an hour or two later, I have famished, like I've not eaten in a week. That could also have something slightly to do with the fact that I've recently had my period as well. I'm not gonna go there, but I'm going there. Anyway, I think you know how you can relate, right, Lexi? I'm looking at you. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the hunger cues as well. So if your body is hungry, you should be eating more. And I'm talking to myself. Whilst we were talking about my update, obviously with my calories, I've kind of stayed the same, and it's because, and I know this is a bad way to be, but in terms of being authentic here about my journey, I've kept my calories the same because two reasons. One, just because I'm lifting more weights, but I'm doing less cardio. So even though I know in the back of my mind that the weight training is burning more energy than the walking would have been at the state that it was previously, I also, point number two, started enjoying myself a little bit more. And not every day, but particularly like Sundays, I'll have a burger and fries and wine with jam at home. And for me, this is probably going over my calories that I would set myself. Although I wouldn't say it, like it's definitely not a binge like I used to. It's a night that I enjoy and I look forward to, and with the rest of the time during my week, I like to stay consistent, so that's what I've been doing. So having said that, my calories are the same as they were last month, but I'm considering increasing them with this newfound love and appreciation for the weight that I've put and seen on the scale, which is so weird. I'm actually really enjoying it. Like I feel like there's less pressure for me to be a certain weight on the scale, because for me, I'm like, oh, I'm building muscle again, and like, oh, I've got like these shoulders here, and that's really cool. Just starting to see changes in the way that my body is looking, like everything is feeling looser. So that's another thing to think about in this journey, is that, you know, it's not just the weight on the scales, it's also how you're feeling in your body. So yeah, my sleep has been a little bit wonky in terms of being back at work now for the past 4 weeks. I work in a gym, in case you don't know. So it has been out a little bit, but I do always count back my hours in terms of making sure I get 7.5 hours sleep. sleep every day. Sometimes my body's not in the mind frame to sleep because it's not consistent, which is so important. Like if you set a sleep schedule, you'll notice a huge difference for your body. Like I preach this. So this is going to bring me to the next section of my video, specifically around the weights training topic and gaining weight on the scales. I wanted to give you a couple of pointers, a few things, particularly with the F&T tribe girls. I've noticed a few of you come back with messages of concern, seeing that your weight has increased. Also, personally, my sister, if you're watching this, I'm here for you. Keep going to the gym, please. I promise you, you will love the results that you're going to get if you stay consistent. Which is my tip number one. Stay consistent towards the goal. And that is to be the happiest, healthiest body that you can possibly be. Lifting weights in the gym to your level, to grow and to build yourself and to feel good in the skin that you're in, is something that you shouldn't give up on just because of the number on the scale. So important to be consistent with the goals that you've been set for yourself from your accountability tribe, whoever it is that you go through, whether you've set that for yourself, with a friend, in the F&T tribe. Definitely do stay consistent. It is the one way you're going to be able to scientifically track what it is that's going on in your body so you can have a transformation that makes you proud. The next I want to talk about, like with the photos, I'm sure I've put them up already, maybe I'll put them up again. They're so important. The amount of conversations that I'm having with girls around taking progress photos, they will show a story that your mind cannot. You will continually attempt to sabotage yourself based off this addiction to your emotion that's wrapped around this idea of losing weight. And if you get so stuck in your negative mind frame around what it is that these photos might bring, you won't see what beauty you are producing just by doing something differently towards your goal. If you are consistently tracking your calorie intake, going for your steps, getting your water intake in, doing the sleep, all of these things are going to show in your photos. And this is something that you need to be able to look at and say to yourself, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. I might not be where I am yet. I might not like this, that, or the other about myself, but I can see that I'm progressing. Not only this, but you've also got this potential to optimize your planning so you can see if it's not working. So for example, if you send in your photos one week and you're not happy with the result, maybe your programming is wrong and you just need to give it a little bit of a shake up. So don't be scared of the photos. Like the hardest thing is going to be setting that habit and tracking it every fortnight or month or whenever it is that you're doing the photos. So yeah, I just went on a little rampage then, but I see it as so important. If you don't even have to share it with the world, it can just be with you, and it's so important that you can look back on this moment and say, I did something for myself, and that's incredible. Consistency, that was the point there. The second is patience. Oh my goodness. Do not give up just before you hit that point, that beautiful view. Like, could you imagine going for a hike and walking up this huge long mountain and then thinking, oh, it's never going to end. But like 2 steps further was the cliff that gives you this huge, gorgeous view. Just be consistent, be patient. You're almost there. If it's working for you, if all these steps have gotten you further up the mountain, they're going to get you to the top. It's not like you're rolling backwards. If you're rolling backwards, then you go, hey, maybe I need some new boots. I don't know, but be patient. I'm so excited about bringing you the next body update so I can show you exactly what I was meaning by staying consistent in your weights training and in your calorie consumption and towards your goals, because it pays off. And the final third thing that I can give you in terms of being able to continue on this transformation journey, especially when you're in a period of weight gain, is to be accountable. Have someone that you check in with every week, every fortnight, every month. Like, have a YouTube channel. I definitely do encourage that as well. That's definitely helped me for sure. Also, F&T has totally changed me from the moment I started with Zoe. I have completely transformed who I was in my mindset. So that's been incredible. I think accountability is something that is really crucial for those people who are finding it hard to build a routine that's solid. Because sometimes we do need a little bit of a help or a little bit of a buddy to remind us of what our goals are. Because a part of the journey and the process is always reestablishing your why and your purpose towards making these changes. So be held accountable, like I'm doing now. As always, guys, this has been fun. A little summary. My weight is up. It's at the same it was when I started, but I'm so happy in my own skin. Like, honestly, so good. I'm training weights again 4 to 5 times a week. I am doing about 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day, about 3 liters of water, 7.5 hours sleep. I am doing about 1,400 to 1,500 calories 6 days a week, and I'm working again. So there's that. That's my update. I'm very proud and very excited to be sharing it with you. I hope there's a few tips that will keep you training in the gym post-COVID, post-quarantine, getting back into it again. Do like this video if you've made it this far, and comment down below what kind of information you might like in my next body update. I'm looking forward to bringing you a day in the life if I haven't already. I'm not sure which video I'm going to release first about behind the scenes of recording on my YouTube channel. And apart from that, I'm just so grateful that you guys have continued to tune in week after week, and I'm so excited to share with you the next part of the journey. Yeah. Thanks for watching. As always, love you so much, and goodbye. I always do this. It's like, hello and good morning. Hello and good morning. Hello and good morning.